one of the posts that you had talks about relationship building.
Mhm.
What about for parents that are trying to develop relationship with their kids? How do we use that and integrate that in our homes?
Yeah. I think going back to our conversation about projection and judgment, I
Mm-hmm.
think that if we as parents, and I'm a parent, um, remove our expectations,
Mm-hmm.
that there are actually within art therapy different ages that you're going to see different artistic styles. And so we can't really expect something like I have a 3-year-old. Like I don't expect my 3-year-old to color in the lines or to actually work in a coloring book. Like we don't have coloring books. We just have paper, white
Mm-hmm.
paper. And then
Oh, that's good.
uses his markers the way that he wants to use them. And I have markers all over my desk. Like I have, like drawn markers. And I just have to be okay with that. That's just going to be where my child's at right now. I was talking with somebody the other day and we were talking about how a lot of people in their adolescence, maybe like even before then, stopped doing art because someone told them they weren't doing it right.
Yes.
And if you think about it that way, like I don't want to be that person to tell my child like you're not doing it right. So maybe it's not about like having your child do art and you watch and you expect them to do it away. Maybe it's sitting next to them and you're doing it your way and they're doing it their way, and that's okay.
That's so
Like,
good.
yeah,
I love that. It's so funny that you said that because I have a 5-year. She just turned 5, and I put up some butcher block on the wall, and I wanted like the goal was to paint a rainbow, like a pretty like in my mind it was supposed to be this pretty beautiful rainbow, and she mixed all the colors together, and it was like a brown rainbow. And I was like, not quite. And so I have to like really resist the urge to correct and direct and let her lead her own experience. Do you find that sometimes that happens with parents?
yeah, and like I see it. So if I take my son somewhere and they're doing art, I see it. I
Yeah.
see that like expectation of like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, but maybe your child isn't cognitively there yet.
Yeah.
And I honestly think like going back to working with people with dementia, it made me a better mom because I'm
Yeah.
understanding what's happening in the brain as the brain's eroding. And it has this level of understanding of like, okay, this is not the same thing at all, but cognitively, where is my child? He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have the skills of an 8, 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
That so like, and I also don't want him to have those expectations on himself because we like put those expectations and then they're like, well, I'm not doing it right, so I'd rather go do something else. And I
Yeah.
think that transcends into other aspects as well. You're not kicking the soccer ball right, but do you have the cognitive capacity to kick the soccer ball?
That's
Like,
so
where
good.
is our child at?
That's so good. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
And
And
like
adjusting expectations.
you were talking, I just want to pass this tip on. You're talking about the butcher block paper. So we do that too. I'll put like paper on top of it. And something that he enjoys is he just picks a color. And then I don't have one near me, but I'll take the paint and you can get the Dollar Tree, the temper paint,
Mhm.
and I'll swirl it. And I'll say, like, where do you want me to start? And so he has the choice that I start here. And then I swirl it. And then I say, is that enough? And he tells me yes or no. And I go, like, I give him that aspect of control there. And then he just takes the paintbrush and just smears it everywhere. And then he'll say,
Oh,
Mommy, I want green. And then so we'll do that over and like with the different colors. And yeah, it does end up looking like mud. You could also control it and just have colors that are very close to each other on the color
yeah.
wheel.
Yeah.
And
But I love that. I love that. It's like, so look, when we're talking about words, and sometimes they're not, sometimes we parents have to sometimes check that within ourselves, is what I hear you saying. And this allows us to kind of just share that space with our kids and say, I trust you. I believe in you. You're powerful. You can make these choices for yourself. And I'm just here along with you in a supportive role. And I think that is, without saying it, I think that's what it demonstrates.
yeah.
It's beautiful.